I cannot believe I'm doing another one of these videos so soon, but today is another unboxing and it's quite a large one again. I accidentally ordered more succulents, so let's see what I've got. Here we go again, we've got another haul. I need to stop ordering succulents, or do I? I love them, so you know, let's just keep doing it. I need to find my trusty little knife to get into this box. This looks very well packaged, but I can't wait to see what's inside. I really hope you can hear me. It's absolutely chucking it down today, but yes, it arrived about 10 minutes ago, so there's no time like the present, and little girl is sleeping, so perfect. So let's get into this box. Okay, well, it's not normal how long it took me to get into that box. Oh my god, I struggle with things like that. So let's have a look. So really packaged well. These are from South Korea. I'm not sure if I've explained that. I wasn't going to do another order, but it happened and I'm not mad about it. So here we are. I'm currently getting dripped on in this greenhouse as well. It's raining and it's coming through the windows and dripping down next to me, and I've got a bucket catching it. So brilliant. So let's get a pile of succulents out, and yeah, then we'll start unwrapping. So, you know, just a small order. Oh, I got really carried away. That's so pretty. Yeah, and sometimes because of how much it costs to get them delivered and import them, it's better to order more than what you probably would want to. Yeah, so that's my excuse anyway. So some of these or a couple of these are for my friend, so this one and this one, so I'll just unwrap them, make sure they're okay, and then they're going straight to her, and then the rest are for me. So let's get started. So the main one I wanted, and I was meant to order in my last one, is Fairy Queen. I had it before and it unfortunately rotted, and I didn't get to keep any of the leaves. It was just one of those ones which it was just so late by the time I'd spotted it, which is really unfortunate. It's so pretty, and it's not one that I always see available. I had to message the seller and ask for this one, and luckily he did have one. So this is Fairy Queen. I just love the kind of striations and the patterns on the leaves. It's funny how the pictures you see when you buy them can look so different because they are imported from overseas. They have to treat them with chemicals, and unfortunately that can change the colour of them, but obviously what it does is just make sure there's no pests on these plants when they're coming into the UK, obviously to keep our wildlife and our, you know, plants safe as well. But yeah, they have to be treated and inspected before they're shipped out. So this is the beautiful Fairy Queen. What do we choose next? Okay, so I saw this one, if I can find it. I always do this and I can't find pumpkin. So I see a lot of people on the Facebook groups I'm in with pumpkin, and I've never really been that fascinated until like probably a couple of days before I did this order, and I saw a really beautiful one of it. So this is one that I'm hoping is going to be beautiful to add to my collection. Obviously, they, like I say, they look so different over time depending on light levels and water, what they're kept in. So it's just one that I was really fascinated by, and I love a pink succulent. And the lady had the one of hers that I saw had some really beautiful patterns on the leaves. So this one, the leaves are quite pointy upwards at the minute, which means it has been getting a lot of light and it's quite happy. So what they do is, to increase their surface area, they can flatten the leaves to do so, and that's what the other ladies look like. And it just looked really beautiful when you can see the leaves properly. But yeah, I really like that one. It's really nice. This is Pumpkin. Next one is another one I wanted to order straight after I received my last batch because it rotted as well. Me and Brinks Blue are not always friends, so you can see here, I import them. I've never had one from the UK, and when I've imported them, I just don't know if they travel that well, if they're a bit fussy. They definitely don't like a lot of moisture, Yeah, mine have rotted, but every time they've rotted, I've managed to save a leaf crop from them. So I unfortunately had another instance of rot, and I think what I'm going to do now is treat it a little bit like a lowy and add it to a really, really gritty mix, and just hope that is what is going to save it. So it's really beautiful. It's got so much farina. It's got some beautiful, thick, chunky leaves. It's really pastel-y blue with some like pink and purples in there. Yeah, it's just beautiful. So I'm hoping this one survives for me. Some of these are quite firm, so I might be able to leaf propagate them as well, just before I pot them up, just to that, you know, give me that extra kind of insurance that hopefully I can have at least this plant survive and maybe some others grow from the leaves. But yeah, this is Brinks Blue, and it's one I'm adding back into my collection. Let's go for champagne. So I always get a bit confused with champagnes. I feel like there's lots of different variations, different colours. This one was quite cheap and it just looked really nice. I haven't got one this colour. Mine are all a lot different. And sometimes, obviously, when you order them, the IDs aren't right. So it might be that this isn't actually a champagne. But I just really love the colouring of it. So this was called a white champagne. I have no idea if that's correct. I'll have to have a look. A really good place to look for IDs, actually, if you're unsure, is Instagram. If you look on the tags page and just pop in the name of the plant, it's really good to then see if you've got the right ID, because Google can throw up so many different images which aren't the name you're wanting. So yeah, I always do use Instagram to help for any IDs. Let's go for a jackal. So this, I can't actually remember what it looks like. I've got a feeling it may have some pointy dark tips. They always draw me in. I love anything chunky or anything pointy. Oh yes, jackal. I don't think I've had one of these before. Wow, I love the pointy bits on there. It's so beautiful. Let's go for this one. So I think this is the only variegated one I've chosen out of this order. If you've seen my last haul, you'll see I ordered quite a lot of variegated ones. I am obsessed with them. I am trying to head chop a lot of mine so I can have more than one of that one. It's obviously like an insurance policy. But this one I just haven't seen, and for the price that it was, I was really impressed. So I have paid $70 before for variegated ones, and I probably wouldn't do that again. It was just, yeah, I don't know. I fell into the trap, but I think the most I've paid now is probably about $40, but it just depends what it is. But this one, I think this one was about, I think it equaled about £20, obviously plus postage and import tax and la la la. But yeah, this is a one I'm going to put the name on the screen of because I can never pronounce it. Look at the beautiful colours. Absolutely love it. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, as soon as I saw that it was new, added to the store, I was like, I must have that. I need that in my collection. It's beautiful. I do mention in my videos obviously about import tax and things, but I don't know if anyone in the UK watching is interested, but just to let you know, I order from a Korean website from a particular seller, and to get them shipped over here I use DHL. They are probably one of the better couriers, and it's quite expensive to have them shipped, so that's why in the last order I went in with two other ladies and we then split the costs, which obviously reduces them a lot, and then we all get to kind of benefit from getting the shipment, which is great. It's nice to have succulent friends. This one is, I just opened it without even looking. I think actually maybe I did Rose Blossom. So yeah, firstly you have to pay the shipping, which can be quite high, depending on how many plants you order. I was going to have this one sent with EMS just to try it out, but the seller contacted me to say EMS were working out really expensive, so I went back to DHL. And yeah, it was really quick to get it shipped. So this was sent Friday and it's now here. It was Bank Holiday Monday yesterday, so it actually got to the UK or the local depot to me yesterday morning. So it was so quick. It's now Tuesday, and yeah, it was just arrived. So super quick getting them delivered. This one is raspberry, and it's one I actually ordered on my last order, but I really love it, so I wanted to get another one. I just love the dark colours there. It's, I don't know if you can see it on camera as well as in kind of real life, but it's really deep red. It's like a burgundy with really like even black on there, but it's got that farina as well, which lightens it up. It's just beautiful. So once you've paid obviously the shipping, you then get charged import tax from DHL, so they charge 20%. Import tax, which has to then be paid. It gets sent to you an invoice, and yeah, that has to be paid, and then there's some admin fees on top, and then if they're inspected, that's additional charges as well. So yeah, it's not cheap to do this, but you can get some absolutely beautiful plants. And like I say, if you have some friends you do it with, then it does help to split the cost a little bit more. And if you are then selling succulents, which I do, you have to have an annual inspection from DEFRA. So they come around and they have a look at your plants, make sure that there's no pests, make sure you're sending out plant passports, which is the legal form you have to kind of send with your plants to. It's like for traceability. So if there's anything wrong and there was, I don't know, a bug on there, you can then trace back where the plant has come from. So this one is Shani, which I do actually have, but mine is very small, so I thought I'd just replace it with a big version, and just, yeah, keep this one as well. So yeah, I hope that explains kind of the costs that are involved with importing succulents, because it's by no means cheap, but you can get some absolute beauties, and it's something I usually just do once a year for my collection. And then if I have like multi-headed ones, I can then sell off some of the cuttings of them to try and recuperate a few of the costs, because I sell succulents, but it's mainly to help me pay towards the hobby. I have a little girl who I obviously look after full time, and haven't gone back to work. I do this as my hobby, so if I can sell any, it just pays that additional money towards any plants that I want to order for my hobby. Wow, that is a beauty as well. Not sure on the name, let me just find that. This is Charleston. I hope the rain isn't too loud, it's so heavy now. So if you are based in the UK and did ever want to buy anything from me, I have a Facebook sale every Sunday at 5 p.m. I can only post to the UK because of all the legality behind the succulents and sending them. But yeah, I propagate from leaf prop, from cuttings, and I also grow seeds. And then if I do have any spares from this order with double heads, which I don't know if I have, then I do sell them as well, just to, like I say, recuperate some of the costs I'm paying for my very addictive hobby. This one is Graptiveria Lulu. Wow, lots of heads on this one. I love it when they come in clusters, they just look so good. Really spiky, nice and pastely. I do actually have one of these, but I might as well have two, because look at that. Okay, what is next? Let's go for a pink Vera. It's quite closed up at the minute. Obviously it's all been neatly wrapped, but you can see the variegation on there. I thought I only had one, but I've got this one as well. Another variegated one. But yeah, beautiful pinks, greens. Love that. Next up, we're going to go for this one. I've got two of these. I'm not too sure why. Green and pink chunky succulents with the tips. This is like the perfect hybrid for me. Chunky, pointy, colourful. Love it. So that's probably why I got two, because look at them. Let's go for this one. This is intriguing me. The word black is exciting. I love a dark succulent. And dark she is. Wow, that is really beautiful. Just got a thing about the dark succulents. It looks quite similar to raspberry, but doesn't have the farina, Obviously, it's quite closed up at the minute due to obviously being transported. Yeah, I think that's going to be absolutely beautiful when it's all opened up and settled in. Let's go for a Julia. I wasn't sure about this one. It's one that I've seen quite a lot, and I'm never sure if that is the right name for it, but it had like a really dark center on the photo, and I really liked it because of that. So it has got a dark center in real life. So yeah, it's very strange kind of colouring in the middle there. Really pretty. Oh, I really like it. I like the shape of the leaves. They're very chunky. Yeah, really nice. Really pretty. I'm not sure if the colouring in the middle is actually from the stress or from chemicals or something. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. I might quarantine that away from the other ones just in case, because it does look, I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but it does look maybe like it could be maybe a chemical burn or something, which is unfortunate because that's what attracted me to it, because I thought it was like a really red jammy centre, a bit like a red velvet. But yeah, I don't know if it is just something that will grow out, so I'll keep an eye on that one, just maybe quarantine it for now, just to make sure it's not something that is like contagious, like a fungal or something. But yeah, still love it. Let's go for a bouquet. I'm sure this is something I used to have. So my little girl is now 20 months old, but when she was first born, and probably into the first year, I thought, I can't keep up my hobby. I'm going to have to reduce it. There's no way I can look after all of those plants and a human. So I did get rid of quite a few. So I then changed my mind and thought, well, children do nap. Obviously, she will grow out of naps, unfortunately. But yeah, it's something that I absolutely love. It brings me so much joy. And it's just something for me. That's bouquet. Look at the colours of that. Oh wow, so pointy, so colourful. And I've got 3 heads. Beautiful. Love that. Yeah, so like I was saying, I then decided, no, I can keep on with my hobby. I can keep succulents. They go dormant in winter, which is kind of perfect because so do I. But yeah, so I've kept up. I'm just going to see how it goes. If something I then need to reduce again, then I will. But at the minute, I am in full flow of enjoying it, and yeah, it kind of it just makes my soul happy. So why would I stop? So yeah, I am continuing my love of succulents. This one is Hongsi. It looks like a type of agavoids to me. Nice and deep red. It's got some green in the centre there. I'm not sure if you can see the green, but yeah, lovely, beautiful. I got this one because I head chopped mine last year and it doesn't look overly happy at the minute. It's re-rooting, but it just looks a bit sad, so I thought I'm going to just get another one as a backup. As I keep saying, insurance. If you have a favourite, make sure you propagate it and get more of it, because it is devastating when they die. I should say if they die, not when, because I've got some I've had since I first started the hobby. They are quite big now. But yeah, a lot of them I look back and think, God, I've had this for like 5 years. It's brilliant. So yeah, it's not when they die, it's if. And I do sometimes think when they rot, it's not actually like, not always something I've done. It just, I do find this, even the experts who have been doing it for 20, 30 years, they have ones that rot. So I try not to take it too personally. I do, but I try not to. There is a theme here, more dark ones, I love them. I obviously like that one so much I bought 2. Red Moon, let's have a look at this. Oh, okay, I forgot about this one. So I've got some dark ones and then I've got some pastel-y ones. I love this. Really light green and light pink tips. Really pointy. I am a sucker for a pointy succulent and pastel as well. Gorgeous. 3 to go. So let's go for this one. I know what this is. This is a unicorn poo or one of these. I'm not going to pronounce that, but I see them and I think, oh, I just need one more. So yeah, this is Beautiful. These were always like classed as very rare, and they used to sell for £50 plus, but not as hard to get now. Beautiful. They're actually really easy to care for. I have never killed one, and hope that continues. But yeah, they really like water. They get quite thirsty. The leaves go all puckered, a bit like these ones are now when they're thirsty, and they love a good drenching. So it's quite an easy kind of. It was always rare, like I say, but not as much now. But yeah, it's a kind of an easy succulent to look after, and it's beautiful as well. So if you want something more unusual in your collection, I would highly recommend one of these, also known as unicorn poo. 2 to go. So another one of that one I've got. And last but not least, I said I didn't have a any more variegated ones. I said I had one. I've lied. I've got 3. This is just one that if I see for a reasonable price, I always get, just because I love them so much. And yeah, it's a cluster as well. I did get one on my last order, but I thought, well, you can never have enough of your favourite plant, or one of your favourites. I think I've probably got about 50 favourites, to be honest. So yeah, that is a variegated cubic frost. There's also a little bit of a cristata form here, so it's slightly mutated, which is beautiful. You can see the growth here on the stem is quite chunky, a bit like a tree. It's not your standard stem, so I really like that. And it's variegated. Beautiful. And that is all of them. I really hope you enjoyed the video today. It was a little bit long, so I hope you enjoyed it and stuck around till the end. If you have, I really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. It means so much to me. But yeah, if you've got any questions, if you've got any favourites, let me know. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next video.